All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today we are trying the new grind spot down in the castle, and yeah, this is the new 370 spot. I'm gonna try it out. Health is full. All right, let's go in. Health must be full. Oh, what's happening? All right. So yeah, first time trying out the spot, don't know what to expect. Apparently you pay like 70 mil for a Marnie realm, so I'm gonna see what it's all about. Yeah, we're just going to see, do I have something set up? Let's do that and let's go. All right, so new spot. Let's see, this is my gear so far. Never grinded here before. Hope it's good. I just needed like actually a minute to get my buffs up. All right, so I'm at 205. Let's pop one of these. So we should be at 285. One of these. All right, cool. All right. New 370 spot. Let's try it out. Apparently they have it drops Deboreka's new Edania crystals, like the species damage, and I'm curious to see how much trash loot is good here. So each one's worth 116k. I don't know the rotations. I just did the story earlier, did a little bit of enhancing. And we got the new Edania armor, but we got the shoes first. All right, let me see. In terms of grind, let's see, what rotations are there? Is this just a big square? I think the best order to get the Edania armor is like chest and then helm. I'm not really too sure. I didn't really look too deep into it, but it doesn't matter. In 1 month from now, we'll all have the same thing at the end game. Oh yeah, so this spot, you need anti-stuns, from what I've heard people say. And that's the crystals I have. Basically, it's my overcap from my same video, but with stun crystals instead of a little bit of extra health. So we got a boss phase or something. I've never done this before. Contamination. Got to figure out what that means. Let me see. Is there something I do over here? I wonder if you keep doing that and it just summons a boss or something. Edania emblem. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, I don't I don't think you go past here. Like, the grind spot is just rotation. Yeah, let me see something. So my stun stiffness is 100% here. It's good. And we're still overcapped. Let me... That one... It just gives knowledge, by the way. I assume contamination, if you keep it up too long, you just take more dot damage or something. Seems like that makes sense. Music's pretty intense. So yeah, I did the first boss earlier, and the Jordan one. It wasn't too bad. It was just like, once you figure out what kind of crystals you need, as far as I understand, you need anti-stun. That one, I almost got clapped. But after that, it's not too bad. The big one didn't spawn with it? Interesting. Wonder if that's on a different timer or we're just different phases. Oh yeah, the subjugation thing, those give like 30 mil, so you could just find them around the world and then do the, like, kill a few things, beat. Yeah, let's see. We got this thingy. Basically, I want to get the crystals that give species damage, because that will allow me to grind a new area, like the 1800. Because like right now, 1750, it's a little bit low. It doesn't meet their thing, but if I got more gear, that would be also helpful. I hate how they put it like behind a tower. I get confused on where I am. Ooh, bond crystal of ruin. I think you need 100 of those to combine into one of the actual crystals. And like this thing, yeah, you craft 100 of these into Edania species damage. So far, since it's not sellable, I think the cost of it is probably around 10 billion in terms of, you know, I think what I saw, like how much you would spend, like just grinding, around 10 billion for it. Oh my god. This thing's kind of chunk a little bit. Oh my god, that contamination damage. That kind of chunked though. Wait, it doesn't tell you like what rank you have anyway? Yeah, it just tells you got knowledge, but it doesn't tell you what rank. That's actually a downgrade UI. Dude, I am so lost. I know it's just, I'm literally doing a triangle, but this entire place looks the same. Yeah, 98 more. Let's go. 97. And that's not even the best one. Sad part is I have to grind a high-end spot for the Jin. Yeah, I would say this spot isn't particularly difficult. It's just you could get bursted, like what I'm doing. That's a new item. I think that is for our crystal upgrades. Oh, what is this? Hello, you're a boss. Okay, that does that 4 times ish. I'm just doing my best to not stand in front of him. I-frame the big slams. What in the world? 4 Capra stones? What the heck? What am I doing? Dude, this grind spot is kind of crazy. I don't know what's happening. You cleanse things and then they spawn like non-hostile enemies. Ooh. Okay. Oh, okay. So we get like what, 4 cycles? Fine. That's interesting. So basically, fight the waves until something happens, and then you kill the boss, cleanse, and you basically get free kills for a little bit. This kind of feels like Elvia or Zekia. I'm just doing triangles. But this time, these triangles are in the ocean. We got 6 of those, and then this one, I believe these are for life skill crystals. but I'll have to take a look at that later. I kind of want to figure out what happens if you stay contaminated. Also, by the way, you pay 70 mil to grind this spot from the NPC. I'm getting all that extra 5 minutes back, so we're staying 105. I don't care. Kind of chunks. They don't really turn a lot, so it's like it's not that bad to get backs on some of them, that is. I hate how there's a little invincibility. Like, I could probably airstrike dash into them, get an opener damage, but not working. I think next time I'll try the new spot, the 1800 one, which is the highest one in the game so far. And I am definitely going to be playing a little bit more defensive with that one. I don't even meet the requirements for this one or the other one. Try not to get bursted too much, but everything's all grouped up and it just happens. Nice. Need about 98 more of those as well. God, that tower. I always leave one straggler. I think I need to improve on that one, like grouping them up better. Music's kind of intense, though. Isn't that notification that's saying is intruding? She's the boss of the this area that you do through the story and the weekly. I'm gonna do that next week. I'm pretty jazzed about it. Oh, hello. I actually like this spot. It's pretty relaxing. So I've said this before in other videos, but you know how when you grind certain areas, it's like visually appealing. So for example, like if you grinded in Kama Sylvia, it's like green nature and everything, and it feels nice compared to like grinding Ulakita where everything is desert, or Valencia and you're like, oh, mentally draining. This one is a breath of fresh air. I don't remember. When did we get the first boss? Was it like 20-ish minutes? So we were like due any time for it. Oh yeah, so like Rusalka, I think she's the boss. This still feels easier than pre-nerf Elvia or Zekia. That one is kind of intense, actually. The spinners. I wish that pop-up told you what level of knowledge you got. You used to get excited for S ranks. Now it doesn't even tell you. When in doubt, iframe back attack. Yay, harmless fishies. Oh, so they all give 7 loot, assuming Agris plus loot. I was looking for them. I was like, wait a second, where are they at? Yeah, I think if I did another hour, maybe later, I could do so much better just now knowing what I'm doing. But one thing I really have to practice is trying to kill them all together, because there's always one in the back. And I have to figure out like which one. And maybe I'll try to stack things on top of that one. Oh, is it the Trickster? Okay, I have to learn how to do trickster pulls. Like, there's two of them on each side, right? And I think if I get one of them, I just move to the second one, right? That should do a cleaner pull. More or less. I wish I played. Basically, if you play a Sage, anything with big AoEs, this is literally not a problem. But we don't do that, so. I gotta get back into whale hunting again because I need deep seas and all the other elixirs. Bring Trickster 1 to 50, bring Trickster 2 to 50, AoE them down. And that one. More or less clean. I bet you Awakening DK would do really well here. I'm gonna try that again, but who knows? Maybe next time. We might be able to get like one, yeah, probably one more of those bosses. Lucky. Kind of chunks, actually. It's a little bit scary. How come sometimes the other pulls don't have the shaman with it? Is that intentional? So I'm gonna assume like 10 hours for one crystal per spot. It's pretty good. It's not, this is like the catfish and camp music in Calpheon. I actually have no idea how to value some of these items because they don't have a number on it, so maybe they'll be tradable in the future. But they want like people to actually grind the spot and get it first, right? And then sell it to the newer players. I think that makes sense. I want to know what that does, but I don't really want to find out. I'll let someone else find out. Let's go. Let's go, big boy. Oh. Dreamfish. Oh, these don't count towards subjugation? Scammed. By the way, those distorted crystals are for players who are in the mid-level and have like duo, tri, fallen god, and those are basically Tronstone attempts, which are better or worse, maybe better than actually cronning. Either way, endgame players sell those to newer players, because if you're here and you're at like duo or tri armors, you're probably struggling, not gonna lie. Man, this must be such a comfortable spot for like any class that has big AoEs. All you do is stand in one spot, back attacks are irrelevant, you just full on crit damage and everything melts. Almost got clapped. Things kind of hurt if you get bursted. I get excited seeing that, even though I know those have no market value. Just like, pretty sure it's 7 mil according to the vendor. Yikes. I have a feeling though, just give it like a couple of months and then don't add the ability to sell it on the market. I think it's just because it's new, they want people to actually grind these out first before instead of just putting an order on it. They want people to actually get geared and do Edania content. Because those are actually pretty powerful. The Jin one is like plus 45 Edania AP, which is really good. And then I think Bon is like, what, 35 or something? 30? Does the contamination level go up like how many times before things get crazy? All right, we got like 8 minutes left. Is there a way to see what the contamination level is? Like, contaminated minus 450 HP every 2 seconds. That's crazy, dude. There's a good thing I put instant recovery per target. Good lord. Welcome to endgame. You actually have to strategize instead of doing fat damage, no defenses. I feel like we're close to another boss soon, so maybe we can get it. Or our timer runs out. Oh god. $550, brother. Yeah. It's like, you better know how to play your character if you're here, because that regen's better be good. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to make another boss before our Marnie realm ends. Oh, there it is. Let's go. Speed run. Let's go. What? Bro. 3 times. Yay, no more fat, consistent dot going on. Honestly, aside from getting bursted, the dot for me didn't really feel that bad. Then again, like, I know my self heals, so if you're like playing this on a new character, that might be a little bit different. All right, we go for one more minute. That's a 60-second warning. And we'll calculate our totals, and I'll talk about it, how I felt. Yeah, I think if I were to do this again, then I could do a little, probably about 15% better than currently. I don't know if I'm going to be able to clear it, so let me just, yeah, stop there. Okay, let's turn this off. All right, let's pull out the calculator. Let's see. We used about 21,000 Agris. And by the way, this NPC right here, in case you want to do Marnie Realm, it's this one. Otherwise, you just grind a normal spot. All right, calculator time. $19.1 times 116,200. Correct? 116,200. That's 2.2 bill in just straight trash loot. That's pretty good. Another 500 from Debo. Okay, so let's see. 2.2 plus 0.5 plus. I don't know how these are going to do, but we'll calculate this at market value 0.3. I am not going to sell these, but these are used for the crystals to give you an idea of what they're used for. Let me show you. So like this one, it makes this crystal. It's plus 30 and then monster damage reduction. And then this one's the big one that everyone wants from the higher end area. So yeah, all these pretty good. These are the big ticket items. Yeah, I guess if I were to say anything, this is plus like another 60-ish. Yeah, I would say about like 3.2 billion silver that hour. That's not bad. Granted, you don't really sell these. The only thing I would sell is probably this thingy and trash. So overall, good grind spot. I like that one. I think, however, just keep in mind that this spot, 1690, I did not even meet the DP requirement. And I really, this feels like the only one worth grinding because it gives you the Jinn crystal that's like 45 Edanian damage is really good. Like, I think I understand why you can't sell them, because that's a lot of AP. Aside from that, like everything else, all these are kind of the same loot, different trash loot, but you get the same things beside the Jin Bon Wan. This is the entry level medium that we just did, and end game. We're gonna try the Obita or Beta one next, but that was a good test. 3.2 billion silver an hour. Nice. I'll see you guys later.